What is going on, everyone? And yes, it is Friday. So, hope everyone's pumped. Either end of the work week, you got the holidays or holidays. I don't know. I'm talking about the weekend to look forward to. And yeah, all that good stuff. How's everyone doing out there? Currently, no, there is no music because of multiple platforms. I don't want to run into any long term type of issues. So, before you ask, no, we're going a cappella here, a cappella style. Everyone, welcome to the Rabid Mining channel, where today we're going to be talking about, or I guess ranting about whatever we feel like ranting about today, and then we're just going to, answer some questions and whatnot that you guys may have. So before we get into it, let's roll the intro. All right, be sure to hit that subscribe button, follow button, heart button, thumbs up button, whatever it is, depending what you're watching on today. How's everyone doing? Let's do a quick roll call. Hello from Norway. Hey, Crypto Baltus, what is going on? Scroll up here and see exactly who we have here today. Okay, whoa, so many. I got even more windows open now, so now I can kind of watch, the viewers to like ratio and everything. So it looks like 57 viewers, 25 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button. So we got Gonzo MyTech first. Yes, you are. Ogre MGTOW, Fahad Gulver. We got Mano Miner, Just a Miner. Responsive Resolve, what's going on? Much appreciated again. Still a valuable member of the channel. Nice little green writing there. And that's another reason why I have more open things here, so I can, acknowledge all you loyal members of the channel out there. Much appreciated. 100%. Followed Gulbar. We got Gozo, MyTech, Stephen Cook, Joanna's. Oh, I butcher names severely. Stephen Cook, Techman TV. What's going on? Still at work, but you're here right on. Chancoin. Yeah, time just flies, huh? It's been a pretty quick week. What happened Monday or Tuesday? Or was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Ravencoin having happened. All sorts of crazy stuff's going on now. German German Diol. Dave Collin, what's going on? MC, much appreciated. Both of you, loyal members of the channel, 100%. Crypto Baltus again. Dennis Matrovich, Mano Miner, Christian R. Mental Mining UK. What's going on? Welcome, K-Spec 2001. Cookies, super duper Chuck official. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I did see a comment earlier here. You guys are kind of talking about motherboards and whatnot. Just the Miner does put out 3 of my motherboards are X570s, and I like them for the simple fact it has a fan built into the motherboard for extra cooling of the motherboard. Yes, this is where, previous times I'm assuming you guys were talking about like CPU mining plus GPU mining and whatnot. Across that, but that is why if you do plan on overclocking your CPUs for CPU mining over the standard overclocks like a 3900X, 3950, 5950X, they're about rated for 3.8. Now, if you start going above that, your motherboard, obviously, it's going to use more voltages. It heats up. So you are going to need, the gamer style type of motherboards, the more expensive motherboards, which does have the extra VRAM cooling and everything in them to help keep that motherboard cool. But if you do plan on running efficient, then the cheaper, X470s, XB550s and stuff like that do work just fine if you do not want to actually overclock your CPU. If you want to run a nice efficient undervolt, they're 100% fine. But that is where I do say, if you do plan on that, overclocking that thing higher and higher, you are going to need those better motherboards for that better cooling and better voltage supplies. So I just wanted to keep that in there. Means silent, they fixed the heating issue. X570s means silent because they fixed the heating issue. What's going on? There was a heating issue with some of the X570s or something? Interesting. Anyway, hey, MC Rabid, making you slack at work too. Everyone's slacking, it looks like. Oh, what's up, everyone? Yeah, I guess I'm making everyone slack at work. Sorry, don't blame your bosses or blame me or anything that's going on. So what's everyone going on? What's going on, everyone? How's everyone doing? Everyone having a great day? Good day? Middle day? Crypto prices, not really recovering too well. I saw a blog post yesterday, actually. Last night, I think it was. It popped up on my phone that, big crypto analysis are expecting Ethereum to hit a breakout here right away, shoot up to possibly 5,500 to 6,000 USD. That'd be insane. But then I started to get a little chuckle in the back of my head. And, it's probably where a rabid rant kind of starts here. But just the day before Bitcoin and everything did start coming down quite a bit, and everything was looking fairly strong. So that was about last week, I guess, sometime. I don't know if it's the same guy, but someone said Ethereum is ready. Everything's set and ready to roar. Ethereum is about to break out to 6,000. I was going to put that on, on the evenings. I like to drop like a Rabid news type of video. So I was going to make a video on that, but I didn't. And good thing I didn't, because the next day, so I woke up in the morning, I checked it, and all the prices were coming down, and we're still kind of coming down, moving up a little bit, moving down. But right after that was posted, everything just started crashing. So I was like, whoo, good thing I did not make the video based on that guy's analysis. And now it looks like analysis are trying to say the exact same thing yet again. But remember, Ethereum can do whatever the heck it wants in the complete world, have the put on F2 today. It is not going to hit no 6,000 USD unless Bitcoin is starting to move up and it gains all its, hits another bull run and whatnot moving forward. So, analysis talking about, say, Ethereum's going to do this, or Ergo's going to go do that, or Raven's going to do that. Nothing is really going to happen unless we start seeing Bitcoin start to roll into another bull run. So after you read something and you think, oh, right on, something wicked's about to happen, make sure you look at some latest news maybe on Bitcoin first to see where the main market may be heading before go all in on Ethereum or something else. So keep that in mind. Everything does follow the main market. So just because something's saying something on another coin does not mean it's going to happen, because the main market is fluctuating and moving in a downward trend. Anyway, moving forward. What's going on? What do you guys think about that? I have two GPUs on it, 6800 XT and a 6600 XT. On what? What are you talking about? Oh, Toncoin. Yeah, a lot of people are really starting to get into Toncoin lately. Like, I showed you guys, obviously, how to mine it. I did the how to mine Toncoin video. It's probably on this front page right here. And I'm probably blind. I don't see it. Okay, right there. CPU mining what? Oh, GPU. I don't know what I'm talking. I got CPU stuck in my head. So GPU mining Toncoin, very profitable. That's not the how to mine video, but I did do a how to mine video on that. And now you guys are asking me how to solo mine Toncoin, because if you are unaware, you can now solo mine in it. And I was really confused at first, because I've seen other people talk about it and other videos on solo mining. And they're saying you got to set up all these servers and do all your own type of node situations and, get the contracts to go to them. And, so I was like, wow, that's that's a lot of work to start solo mining Toncoin. And then as I more looked into it and I just tried it, you don't have to do any of that. You don't even need Telegram to solo mine it. So as you know before, through the pool side, you need a Telegram. So I'm going to be working on a how to solo mine Toncoin video. I'm either going to release that maybe tomorrow morning or Monday morning. We'll see what everything's looking like. But like, as we know before, we need a Telegram and all this stuff to actually get everything into the pool, whales pool and whatnot. But to solo mine it, you don't need Telegram. By the looks of things, it's not necessarily needed. You're pretty much solo mining to all the givers out there, which are like all the people that are paying you out. And then if you hit a block based on whatever giver it is, he gives you that reward of the block. So you don't need, and it'll go straight to your wallet. So you're not going to need Telegram anymore. You're not going to need all these other middleman type of things when you did what you did see while mining to the pool. So it's going to be very, very interesting, and I will show you guys how to do that moving forward into the future. Started mining Ton, too much hassle. It's actually very simple. It's too much of a hassle to mine to a Toncoin pool, but solo mining seems very, very simple. Did you hear the solo Bitcoin found with 126 terahash? Yes, I read that last night. I did see that. I'm gonna work my twist around that and probably drop a video on that later on tonight sometime. We'll see what happens with time throughout the day. But yeah, I definitely heard about it, and I'll probably be dropping a Rabid news video this evening on that. So stay tuned for that. Even though you know about it, you haven't heard about it from me. And that's all that matters, right, guys? That's all that matters. You can see 1,000 how to mine Ethereum videos or 1,000 how to mine this videos, but you know what? It's not a how to mine by Rabid video. So you just got to keep an eye on that. You got to watch the Rabid one. What do you think about Gold Cash? I'm not 100% sure. You guys have been asking me about Bitcoin Gold Cash and whatnot previously throughout the past, but I have not looked into it. I'm still testing Avian. I was going to shut off my rigs on Avian today, even though it's looking not bad, but like I'm blah, blah. Honest opinion, I'm like totally bullish when it comes to CPUs and Raptorium. I don't know why. There's something inside me that's just saying, you know what? just stick to Raptorium, even though, you know, other coins may become more profitable and all that. But the smart nodes and everything that they have going on it, and plus the activity of the devs, everything, it just looks like 100% pluses in my mind. So I am really bullish on Raptorium. Obviously, you guys know that. Past videos, people are like, why do you keep making Raptorium videos? Blah, yada, yada. Are you sponsored by Raptorium and all this stuff? No, I'm not. I'm not 100%. I'm not sponsored at all by anybody, really. And I just like Raptorium, so I make videos about Raptorium because I like it. So, you know, there I go. Any idea about Wink? What is Wink? I don't know what about Wink is. I'm sorry, I don't know Wink. Let me check a different window here. What's going on? I see all these ats. Ats don't appear in my other window. Can you believe the guy that solo mined a Bitcoin block of 140 tera? I know, that's insane, huh? That made me wonder. I'm like, you know, I'm just going to go solo mine Ethereum and stuff because why not? It could happen. But then I was like, no, I have no luck with solo mining, so I'm not even going to do it. But imagine being that guy that hit that block. That'd be insane. That'd be absolutely insane. It's like, wow. Rabid stick with RTM because his stake rewards already outperform many of our mining rigs. Oh, box man. Well, my stake rewards are technically outperforming my mining rigs now as well. But, you know, I did drop the video and showed you how they actually keep adding up. And, you know, I just want to keep, I guess, stacking up that Raptorium. So it just keeps adding up more and more and more. And then who knows what happens in the future. Like if Raptorium hits a nice pump, you know, wow, game over. Or is it? RTM to the moon. Yeah, hopefully it hits the moon. That'd be insane. Plus, what's moving forward? Like, coming in, like, this is going to be a very turmoil year when it comes to crypto mining in general. Before we even do that, though, let's just take a look. What is Etherscan showing us today? Let's have a look, see what's happening across the old block rewards here. Ethereum, you are still dishing us out, you know, nothing. Nothing's going on. No one's paying any miner tips. 2.2, 2.1, 2.3. That's not bad, but yeah. Average blocks going across the network here. Hash rate. I'm going to do a refresh here just so I can know it's up to date. That's boom. Oh, 971 terahash. So we're still coming up, guys. We're not quite at the all-time high, which was 984 on January 9th. But yeah, we're picking back up. Everything's looking, you know, mighty craziness. But Ravencoin halving, that's one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, I did have a screenshot here. See if I can find it in all my screenshots. Ravencoin. All right, right here. I took this just before the halving. I took this little sheet right here. Let me just get my stuff back up here. Boom, boom. All right, there it is. Screenshot. Adjusted so you guys can kind of see it better. So this was before the halving, like 10 minutes before I started live streaming and everything. And here you can see this is a 12 by RTX 3080 rig on What to Mine. And it is saying after power, $26.67 is what we're making, you know, at the 5,000 block reward. It's saying 8.93 terahash. I think it was about 9, 10 terahash actually. What to Mine tends to be a few days behind depending on when they do the snapshot. So we're about 10 terahash here. It's saying about $26.90 some cents there, 67 cents. Moving forward to today, it's actually profitability is actually coming back up. I forgot to take the screenshot right after the halving. I was looking at it with my 4 gigabyte cards, my 3 of them. We're at $1.67. And right after the halving, it did drop to like 22 cents. So that's how big of a drop it hit. But now profitability does look like it's starting to come up slowly yet again. Let me adjust my screen so you guys can maybe see something a little better. How about that? Kind of, maybe. So this 3080 is obviously Ethereum's number one, $47.45. And we're scrolling down and away. But we're back up to $21.43. So Ravencoin profitability is picking back up. Now, I'm sure all you guys out there know the answer. And if you're new to mining, you're not sure why. Because I do believe a couple days ago, this exact same rig right after the halving was around $10 or $9 or something. I don't know. It dropped a lot. But we do see here, where is, oh, I don't even have it on here. All right, I'm going to have to look it up. Ravencoin hash rate. Ravencoin hash rate, miner stats. So we did lose about 50% of the Ravencoin hash rate. Look at here. Here, we're around 10.4, 10.5 up here. This is around the halving right here. And bam, let's go to today, 5.4 terahash. So we're sitting at 5.4 terahash right now. And right at the halving, we were at like 10.4 terahash. So we lost 5 terahash, like pretty much 50% of the network left Ravencoin. So that's insane. So that is bringing the profitability of Ravencoin back up. So, Ravencoin is now, becoming more profitable to mine again. Obviously, it's not even in the top 10. What is it in right now, actually? We look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're not counting nice hash. 14, 50. It is in 16th place, but still doing pretty good. That's actually not bad for being a 16th place coin. But yeah, profitability is picking up because a lot of people did leave the hash rate. Now, I'm not sure where everyone actually went, to be honest with you. I've been trying to follow the networks here, and I don't know where they went. Maybe everyone shut their rigs off and they started selling. Or I'm going to go to this 3x570 rig and see what's going on here. Ravencoin's up to $1.20 now after power. It was $1.67. Like I said, it dropped to 22 cents right at the halving. Now we're back up to $1.20, and Ethereum Classic's looking like the #1 for 4 gigabyte GPUs right now. I got mine currently hanging out on Ergo, but $1.53. What's going on? Oh, it's going before power, but obviously Ergo saves so much less on power that you're making more. Even though it's saying it's in 3rd place, Ergo is actually ahead of Ravencoin in terms of power consumption because it hardly uses any power. It even uses less power than Ethereum mining. So yeah, but profitability, that's a good thing. Ravencoin profitability is coming back up. I don't think the price really went up at all, did it? Let me go to Canadian here. Take a look. Where's Raven? 12 cents USD, 10 cents. Maybe a little bit. It's up a little bit, but I can't remember what the price really was when the halving came in. Do you guys know what the price was? Not really sure. What site is he on? Oh, that is What to Mine. So there we go. See, we have nice new miners here. I love seeing new miners. So Brian A, welcome to the live stream and everything. That is What to Mine. You can put in your CPUs. Let's do a quick rundown of What to Mine because you're a new miner. And, I like helping people. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people out. So, let's just take an example here. If you're mining on a single 3080, 3060 Ti seems more common for a lot of people. So we'll roll with that one. Actually, so 3060 Ti, again, non-LHR. What to mine here? You got to use it with a little grain of salt. It's not 100% accurate. Let's adjust my screen to something better. That one's not better. Hopefully this will work. That'll work actually. So as you can see, a 3060 Ti, it's saying 58 mega hash at 130 watts. So that is pretty close, and it's a nice starting point to realize what your GPU is doing. But in fact, we are getting about 61 to 62 mega hash on this, and they do use about 136 watts over 130. But yeah, you can type it in. You just push in any GPU. If you're looking like, oh, I see a great deal on a 5700 XT, you can just click on that like so, hit the calculate button and be like, okay, so this GPU can mine this. It's about making that much there. It's making that much there. So this is a nice tool website to use for all you new miners out there to kind of get an idea of which GPU will, like, how they'll perform in each coin. Also, like, say, you see a whole rig for sale, 6 buy. There's 6 5700 XTs for sale. Bam, just put in 6 of them and it'll tell you what 6 could potentially be making within the limits of What to Mine. Remember, you might have to tweak some of the numbers a little bit to be 100% accurate, but this is fairly accurate, and it's a really amazing tool to help you check profitability. And this is another tool and another thing how I showcase. As we know, later on this year, Ethereum is going to be moving to proof of stake. Now, I'm just saying it is. That's in their time frame. It's not 100% certain that they are going to, but everything the devs are releasing and showcasing to everybody is that, yes, they're ready to roll. Things will be ready this year 100% around June or July, depending on how the testnet and everything goes. But again, the time could come in and they say, oh, we're not ready. They extend it yet again and again. It could happen. It's very likely it could happen. But right now, 100% set in stone. They're saying, you know what? We're ready for this year. So let's just take that on the ground, plan for the future, plan moving forward. And this is what I think is going to happen on these networks. So people are going to come to What to Mine, this tool here. They're going to say, oh, I got 6 5700 XTs. Ethereum is no longer an option. I have to keep Ethash in here because there's still Ethash coins. But next up, now we look like Ethereum Classic would be the next profitable coin here. Ergo's following that, Fero's following that, and all that, and everything else. Remember, this is an AMD card. If you're on NVIDIA cards, it may look a little different. So again, let's just put in our 12 by 3080 rig here. Flux, I think, is ahead of a lot of these coins when it comes to NVIDIA GPUs. So there it is right there. So Flux, NVIDIA does perform better on Flux than a lot of the AMD counterparts, but again, who knows? It may take some more tweaking. AMD cards are, they need a lot more tweaking to get them rolling right. But moving forward, now it looks like Zero, Flux, all sorts of things like that. But let's just take into account, people are going to be looking at this too. All that hash rate's going to come in. And if we hit 5-10 times the hash rate on, say, Zero, we're going to go from $32 down to like 50 cents, 20 cents. Something like that per day. Then we're going to bounce to Flux, and then we're going to bounce to whatever this is, and then Conceal, and then Xano. People are going to be using this tool. They're going to be bouncing across all these different algorithms, and it's going to dramatically drop the profitability. We're not going to be making very much at all, not whatsoever. But moving forward, none of this stuff is going to affect CPUs and CPU mining unless people do go out, sell all their GPUs and buy CPUs, and obviously we're going to see a massive influx of CPU mining hash rate, and it's just going to follow the same type of plate here. But we're talking about GPUs right now, so people are going to be bouncing around. Things are not going to look very profitable. Now let's take Flux. I used to use Ravencoin as an example for all this, and taking Ravencoin when this does happen with a 5% hash rate difficulty increase, Ravencoin is literally going to drop down to negative per day. So you won't be able to mine enough Ravencoin to even pay for your power at the current prices and everything in the network. So let's do the same thing that we used to do, but now pull it onto Flux. So we're going to go to Flux right here. We're making $31. Remember, this is 12 RTX 3080 GPUs. So, they're not cheap. This is a pretty expensive rig to build, even at MSRP prices, which is next to impossible to get. But I'm going to take this difficulty now. We're going to times it just by 5. 5 times the hash rate. And I think Ethereum has over 20 to 30, possibly 35 times the hash rate on Ethereum right now in GPUs that could influx into Flux. And I'm only going to be talking about 5 times increase here. So we're going to go 3.8. Now, I've never really looked at this one, so I'm kind of curious how this one's going to play out because like I said, I'm used to doing Ravencoin. So we got 38,160 of a difficulty. We're just going to times that by 5. So 5 times the difficulty increase will put us at 190,800 of a difficulty level. 190,800. Is that right? Yes, correct. Now, remember, we're at $31.03 right now and current profitability, and boom, we are sitting at 45 cents. So 12 RTX 3080s, increasing the difficulty on Flux by only 5 times, we are now only making 45 cents per day. So that means that Flux is literally going to have to hit $17 a coin or something to move to where kind of Ethereum is in profitability today. But that's only 5 times the next network hash rate. And there's upwards of 20 to 30 times the hash rate that is coming in. Yes, there's a lot of coins that it's going to spread to, but these are numbers we're going to be looking at soon as that happens. And this is probably going to be even worse. Like it could be under $1 as well, or under, you could be losing out on this as well. So remember, hash rate's going to be bouncing around, and a lot of people are going to be selling their rigs because, honestly, my honest opinion is GPU mining is not going to be profitable, at least for a few months into, who knows, maybe even a year. And it also depends on the market. Are we in a bull run? Are we in a winter? There's a lot of things that come into play. Honestly, when all this happens and Ethereum does do the merge and the proof of stake and whatnot, I hope we are in a crypto winter. One, there's a lot of people usually sell in crypto winters anyway, so they'll get out. And then moving forward, there won't be very much hash rate across all the networks, and then all the coins and networks. Then we can kind of see everything build up slowly once we do move into a future bull run a couple years down the road. That's if we hit a winter. I don't know if we're going to hit a winter. Not financial advice. No idea what's going on there. But if we are in a winter when this does come, then, the next bull run comes, and then depending what miners are talking about and whatever at the time, people will start buying GPUs and trying it. But again, it depends on the hash rate and difficulty. It's on the network and the price those coins hit. But we will start to see influx of which coins will be the most profitable at the time. And moving up from a crypto winter, I think, is the best way to value it. Now, if we're in a bull run and say we hit a bull run moving into the summer and we don't hit a winter this year, which would be quite interesting, then it's going to be everyone's panicking. They're going to be throwing GPUs on the market. Hash rate's going to be shooting all over the place, and it's going to be bouncing around constantly. It's going to take even longer to figure out which coins are going to come out on top. So it's going to be a very interesting turmoil year when it does come to GPU mining, 100%. But, there's a lot of people out there that are just saying, you know what, still going to mine through it, still going to do this, buy your GPUs now. But in my honest opinion, right now is probably one of the worst times to get into crypto mining. I'm 100% serious. I try to be honest with everybody all the time. And I really do think right now is a bad time because we don't know which way the market is going right now. It could easily in the next week or two just crash down to a winter, or we could hit a nice little price pump moving forward in a couple of weeks to a month and maybe even out, even come close to the previous all-time high, or even crack it again. But at the same time, Ethereum is moving the proof of stake. The hardware prices are at times anywhere from ×3 to like ×6, depending what you're looking at. Like B250 mining export motherboards, for example. I bought two of mine with CPU and RAM for $30 a piece. Right now, just for the motherboard, they're sitting anywhere from $300 to $500. GPUs are sitting around ×2. Like, hardware prices right now are absolutely insane, and the profitability moving forward, if the merge does happen, is dramatically going to drop. So right now is not a time to really start getting into mining. Now, same time, I do say maybe CPU mining would be a better option to go to. And honestly, in my honest opinion, I do plan on dropping a video on it. If I was to build a rig today, because I am asked this question a lot, would I build a CPU mining rig or would I build a GPU mining rig? And honestly, after, seeing a lot of the CPU mining profits out there, I think any rig, bull run or non-bull run, I would probably build the CPU mining rig first. And then, if I want a GPU mine, I could fill up that motherboard with GPUs and do both. But I think my initial investment myself would personally go into a CPU rig because I don't have to worry about this influx of hash rate and Ethereum and all this Ethereum talk moving into the future. And then if I want to mine Flux or, Raven Still or something else, I could just buy a GPU and slowly fill it up depending on it. Now, that's the plan and the way you want to go, then you'd have to opt up for maybe a six PCI Express slot motherboard, which would be a little more expensive, or you can get one with only one or two, which are a little cheaper, but it all works out into what you want to build your rig for. But myself, like I just said, I'd probably build a CPU rig over a GPU rig today if I was to build a rig. But remember, you gotta have an open mind, not financial advice. And if like everybody out there goes out and starts building CPU mining rigs now, that same aspect across all the networks and difficulty will come into play, just like Ethereum's merge. Obviously, there's not that amount of hash rate out there to flood the CPU coins, but comparing the CPU mining coins to the GPU mining coins, it is a very low difficulty still, and it won't take much for those coins to start dropping even more and more in profitability. So keep that in mind as well. For a general answer, is a bad time to buy GPUs because most will pay way over MSRP. Yeah, 100%. You're going to be paying way too much. But I do see like the market is getting a lot more straight out mining rigs are on the network. So I am seeing a lot more for sale. I'm GPU price and stuff I don't see really dropping at all. There's the odd one that you might be able to catch a deal on, but they're still over scalper prices. So comparing them to last month's prices out there, they're looking like they are coming down a little bit, but comparing them to what the GPU is actually worth, they're still way overpriced. What is Yankees here, America? I'm done buying GPUs until the smoke settles. If I do buy it, it will be for efficiency because the winter's coming. Yeah, blurry face. I'm gonna have to agree with you. I agree with you on that one 100%. We don't know 100% if the winter is coming, but it could very much be. And if it's not, great. It'd be awesome if there isn't. You always got to think positive, but you always have to prepare for the worst. So keep that in mind as well. What do we got here, guys? We got 125 viewers here, 58 likes. Smash that like button. I've been on this one, so I don't know if anyone's been talking to me on the other platforms. It doesn't look like it too much. So yeah, right on. Boom forward. Let's see what's going on here. The smoke is settling for me after I bought the Amazon Basic Power Splitters. Oh, Amazon Basic Power Splitters. What are those? I'm not sure what those are. My home brews are the best brews. Nice. Kenny has been able to acquire a 55-gallon drum of our... Oh, here we go. Back to the bath water. Oh my gosh. It's cold here. Winter is here now. Yay. Well, actually, it's cooling down. It's been pretty warm here the past couple of days. But, another winter Arctic air chill is coming through here sometime next week or something, allegedly. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, it's winter and cold here as well. Oh, AVN. What was I going to look at? Oh, but if you, I do want to point out though, they haven't updated their website yet, so I didn't do a how to mine Ravencoin video. I'm waiting for Miner Pool to update their website. They are going to have a new UI and everything here, and I've seen some screenshots in it, and it looks absolutely amazing. But if you do plan on mining Ravencoin, I would 100% recommend Miner Pool. One, because, you know, I used it previously in the past. As you can see, my total paid and unpaid and whatnot still here. I did move to Ergo recently, but Ravencoin looks like the profitability is coming back up as long as that hash rate does stay down. If the price picks up, then obviously some hash rate will pick up as well, but it may balance out. But these guys are actually the only pool that I really know of that has the loyalty program, and they give you free Ravencoin. Yeah, free Ravencoin if you mine on their pool. Myself, I was only getting like an extra 4 Ravencoin a week. That was at the previous block reward. Actually, it looks like it changed. 0.25 Raven per 10 mega hash. I believe it was one. It used to be 1 Ravencoin. So they did drop that by 75%. So it looks like I'd probably be getting like 1 extra Ravencoin a week. But 1 extra Ravencoin is still nice. What if Ravencoin hits $10,000 in the future? Will it? Most likely 100% no. But what if it did? It's crypto, right? But this is like the only pool I really know of that gives you free Ravencoin for just using the pool. So that's very cool. Personally, I feel like a winter is coming, but I still want to order at least 6 RTX A2000. This would be my last investment for a while and wait to see. Honestly, yeah, like if I seen some A2000s in stock, I probably would honestly get a couple myself. And if a Best Buy drop hits and an RTX 3080, you know, if I get a Founders Edition that's non-LHR, at this point, really, LHR doesn't really matter because Flux isn't affected by it, and a lot of these other coins aren't, but some still are. But if I could get MSRP of a Founders Edition 3080 or 3070, 3060 Ti, something like that, then yeah, I would buy it too myself personally right now. But when it comes to moving in the future, I'm really hesitant about buying any more GPUs whatsoever. Honestly, that's just me at this time frame because I don't know which way it's going to go. Myself, I'm looking for CPUs. I'm trying to find a deal on a Threadripper somewhere. You know, I'm trying to find these other things because I really want to get a Threadripper really, really bad. Like, you have no idea. Horrible. Threadripper fund, guys. Come on. We need it. Donate for the Threadripper fund. But no, I 100% want to get one because I really want to test it so bad. And I am totally pumped up for the next series of the Ryzen CPUs. Like, they start stacking on that L3 catch. It's supposed to be, I believe they say they're doubling. With the way they're doing the 3D V catch, it's almost double the L3 catch. So yeah, Raptorium and hash rates across them, I think, may go up a little bit, but not very much. We won't notice much of a difference. They'll probably hash pretty close to the same. But when it comes to a coin like Haven, which uses 4 megabytes of L3 cache per thread, and we're only utilizing 16 threads on the 3900X and up because of the L3 cache. I think if we could utilize the full 3950X or 3900X, all full 24 threads or 32 threads, Haven could become extremely profitable because we're only using 3/4 of our CPU to mine it right now, and it's almost as profitable as like Raptorium and AVN and stuff. So if we're fully utilizing those CPUs on Haven, Monero Ocean, and these other things, we're going to see a nice profit boost coming forward with these new AMD CPUs, which, again, you know, I'm just guessing based on their specs. And if it actually plays out the way that 3D VCatch actually works, then yes, that's the way I'm guessing. But I won't know for sure until obviously I get one and test one. But I'm 100% going to be grabbing one of those as soon as they release. I've been spam emailing AMD like crazy trying to get a hold of them so I could test some of this stuff out, but you know, obviously I just get rejected constantly. But you know what? I keep trying. You just got to keep trying because you know, one day maybe you'll get the big yes. There are 16 threads and really cheap. What are you talking about? What are we going on here? Did you try to mine on E5 2030 Xeon? No, I don't have any of those Exxon or Xeons, however you pronounce them, Intel CPUs, because one, they're good on like Veruscoin and like XMR, I guess, isn't too bad and stuff on them as well, because you only need 1 megabyte of L3 catch and all this stuff. But when it comes to the most profitable coins today, which is literally probably for CPU mining, which is Raptorium, it's AVN and Haven are probably the top 3 coins for profitability. They all require L3 catch, and they all require, Haven uses, like I said, 4 megabytes per thread. Raptorium uses 2 megabytes per thread. And then I think AVN just runs like XMR and everything. We only need one. So actually an Intel CPU may do okay on AVN, but I don't have one to test unless I use like one of my CPUs out of one of my GPU mining rigs, which, you know, it's only going to get like 300-400 hashes or something that's not worth it at all. But no. Did you try Babycoin? Babycoin, oh my gosh, someone was talking about that the other day, and I have not looked into it, so no, I have not tried it. I have no idea what it really is. I just heard a lot of people saying, what is this Babycoin, you know, bad word stuff. But you know what? You never know. All these things, like, who would have thought Doge did what it did? Who would have thought this did what it is? So laughing at something right now, a year from now, they could be laughing right back at you. So you know what? Everything I think is worth looking into, no matter how dumb the name is. So no, I have not looked into Babycoin, but maybe I will sometime in the future. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Everything is worth giving a look, I think. Even though, you know, it may sound like absolutely nothing. You just never know these days. Beware of Ton. They charge you a withdrawal fee and nothing withdrawals. Jumala Jumba. I am not referring, like, what pool were you using? How did you withdraw? What did you do? How much did you have in your wallet to withdraw before you even withdrawed through the fees? So there's a lot of other background information you need. I used it when I mined it for that one day just to test out Toncoin. It worked 100% fine for me. I hit the withdrawal. It withdrawed. Yes, it took its little fee, but everything was fine. It seemed like it went through pretty easy. How do we feel about Firo? Firo, hopefully it's another coin that can, you know, move us into the future. But like right now, it is way too soon to tell. We have no idea what's going to happen. But all I know is buying GPUs right now is a really bad idea. Tagging blows. What are we tagging? Let's tag stuff. Who wants to tag? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen, so I couldn't see it tags to me. This is so weird, you know, using multiple platforms. Then I have this one commingled screen, which kind of puts all the chats together into one, but then you can't see tags and whatnot. So I have other screens going on. So I kind of flip through them to see tags and everything else that's happening. So yeah, crazy. What's going on? Rabid Mining, want to paint your Octominer white and red and make it a Stormtrooper theme? Do I want to? I don't know. If I was to paint it, I'd probably make it a Rabid Mining theme. It'd be red, black, and yellowish. And I'd have a wolf on it. I'd make it the Rabid, I don't even know, Rabid? No, Rabid Octo. The Rocto Miner? I don't know. I have to think of a name for it too now. Great. More thinking. Yeah, Furo is high electric. I believe it's it's a kapow out. It's a, what's it called? Yeah, it's like a kapow. It's like a Ravencoin. It's prog pow. The hash rate bounces around. A lot of people don't know that about Ravencoin, but it does have different hash rates. So I think it only uses like 4 or 5 different algorithms, but that is what keeps it ASIC resistance. Furo pow, prog pow, ka pow, they're all like the prog pow type of algorithms where they do change their hash rates, because we know Raptorium miners, there's 20 different algorithms in the Ghostwriter algorithm, and a lot of people are like, wow, this is so crazy. No one really understood why their hash rates are fluctuating all the time. But Kapow and Furo and all these utilize the same type of thing, but they only have like 4 or 5. So you're usually seeing around the same hash rates all the time, but it does change, and some are different than the other ones in terms of hash rate. So if you do notice your hash rate changing on Ravencoin, or, you know, Furo and stuff like that, that is why it's utilizing different algorithms to keep it ASIC resistant. That's why there's no ASICs on it currently. The Rabid Miner box. Hey, that could work. Rabid Miner box. Let's do that. Yeah. Rabid Miner box. We're rolling with that one. That sounds like a good one. Thanks, AG. That one works good. The Rabid Miner box. The Wolf Claw box. Because Octominer's like octopus, 12 tentacles, 8 tentacles. So we need something to do with like rabbit and then like wolf and then maybe some claws. I don't know. Implement it somehow. The longest I had to wait for a transfer was about 2 weeks for ETC. Oh, I heard about people like even on Ethereum back in the day. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, some transactions were taking a very long time, like weeks to a month. Like I totally forgot about that. I can't remember how long. That was about a year ago, 6 months ago. I don't know, but yeah, that was crazy. Some transactions were doing that. On RTM, I'm getting more on XM rig, so the tuning was wasted time. Yes, Thomas Dorblado Whiskey, or sorry, I butcher names horribly all the time. But yeah, XM rig. If you're mining Raptorium, I 100% recommend XM rig. There's no full tune, there's no tuning involved or anything, and you're getting increased hash rates, and you're getting a lower dev fee. So it's like a win right across the get-go right there. So when it comes to mining, pretty much if anything supports XM rig, I would 100% recommend you using XM rig over any other miner that's there. Again, you probably have to do testing and see how it plays out if there are multiple ones. But my honest opinion when it comes to CPU mining, XM rig to CPU mining is T-Rex miner to NVIDIA GPUs or Team Red miner to AMD GPUs. That's what you use. If the coin and stuff is supported with those miners, that's just what you use because it's just the go-to. You know, it usually performs the best all the time. And this is the same case that follows an XM rig. I think if XM rig, if AVN turns into, you know, being something decent or moving forward, depending what the devs direction they want to take it, if XM rig does adapt it and, you know, implement it into it, and that opens up another whole world of opportunities, which is exactly what we saw with Raptorium, where they could implement that into Monero Ocean as well. Because Monero Ocean, they use XM rig MO fork, and now you're going to start mining all these while profit switching. You're getting paid out in XMR, but I did drop that video where I wanted to still utilize Raptorium Smart Nodes through XMR while using Monero Ocean. I showed you how to swap that XMR into Raptorium. The fees were very, very minimal. It was about exactly the same amount. If I would did a dollar to dollar conversion over, the fees were like nothing. So it is very easy to swap your XMR into Raptorium and then move that to a smart node if that's your case. And the same thing would apply for like AVN if they do implement it as well. So that also comes with a 0% miner fee, a 0% pool fee, and the only fee you really have is kind of the transaction happening in the background of the pool side. I think they use CoinGecko for all their things, which transfers it into XMR, and then it goes into your XMR wallet. But, you know, that's a big game changer if XM rig does adapt that, because then you have all the most profitable coins on a single platform paying you out in XMR. That's pretty insane if you think about it. So that's a great way to roll. So if XM rig does do that, I'd be very excited. When mining with XM rig with GPUs at the same time, need to free some cores to GPU mining, but in XM rig, there's no easy option to reduce the number of threads used. I can't remember the command. Yeah, I was playing with that. I never really looked into it, but it did seem a lot trickier to limit your threads on XM rig for sure. I'm going to look into that farther and I'll, you know, get the actual answer to that. There was also bugs with the original when they first added Ghost Rider in with that not even working. So maybe they updated it and it could be working as intended now. But again, I haven't looked into it to find out. I've been testing so many other coins that I never really had the chance. But that is going to be on my list of things to do because a lot of you guys are curious about how to limit the threads using XM rig. When mine, okay, we went to that. I wish AVN would hurry up and tell us what's going on. Yeah, I know. Let's take a look at their website right now, actually, and see what's going on with AVN. AVN, tell us what you're doing. And then, oh, what are they called? AVN Network? Is that what they are? Can't remember. Or is it Foundation? No, Foundation is their Twitter, I think. AVN Network is their website. What do we need? Web reader here. Is that the one? All right, guys. Also, hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, hit that whatever other button, and AVN. Oh, there's AVN. There we go. Okay, I just messed everything up. Scrolling down. Okay, let's look at their roadmap here. Do I have the right screen on? No, I don't. Of course not. I never do. Okay, so longevity, phase 6 January. They also got a phase 6 February here. So let's just look to see what's going on because we're still in January. So they are beginning the stages of discussing long-term improvements. Nothing. Development, strengthening wallet, adding newer features and security, implementations, backporting, looking into asset creation. Now, I'm very curious about this. This is pretty much what Ravencoin currently does. So if you are unfamiliar with Avian, one, you can mine on GPUs as well as CPUs. They don't intermingle with each other. They're not hurting each other. They're two separate algorithms. So X16RT is the GPU mining side algorithm, and Minotaur X is the CPU mining side. So they both run different hash rates, different everything, which is really good, as you see on, like, say, I don't know, I guess Raptorium, they're running on the same Ghost Rider algorithm, so there's no separate chain. So that, and it did turn out that GPUs were not very efficient. But AVN, their GPUs work relatively well here because it's on its own algorithm, separate from the CPU mining side. Now, moving forward into here. Oh, hold on one sec, guys. What is it? Yeah, in a minute. Okay.
Can I say hi?
Okay, say hi.
Hi.
All right, go back. All right, guys. So now I lost Rose. So Ravencoin, anyway, they have asset creation, NFTs, and all that in here. And Ravencoin, what was it? Ravencoin Classic. Actually, they disabled that part. It wasn't part of the network when they forked from Ravencoin to Ravencoin Classic. They removed the asset creation, and then I guess Ravencoin Lite forked Ravencoin Classic, and then it went under and they rebranded to AVN. So it looks like what they're going right back into, it looks like Ravencoin essentially here, because they're adding that asset creation back in and what Ravencoin Classic removed. So they're adding the asset creation back in. They're going to finish updating their white paper and release, and they're looking to listing on other exchanges. Now that's going to be a long process, but you know, more exchanges the better, obviously. Now let's look into February, which is next month. Their launch of the campaign fundraiser for exchange listing. Now that could be a big one depending how it works. Raptorium's been doing this for a while, and if you're unfamiliar, they can't just, you know, jump onto a bigger exchange and get adapted right away. What's going on is they have to actually buy into the exchange, and I think an listing on exchange is like $2 or $5 million or something, like something absolutely insane. So to get listed on like Binance and other things like that, they charge a ridiculous amount in order to do it, because they also make the majority of their money on these exchanges through traders. So obviously they're going to need higher volumes. They're going to need to pay them out so that these exchanges, you know, can make their money from people exchanging coins on their platform. So that's one thing getting in here. They're going to start their fundraiser here to start to get listed on future exchanges. They're looking into integration of master nodes, proof of stake if wanted by the community. More on this later. Now this is more of a now this is really interesting, but it's a master node and not a smart node. So a master node is kind of, I guess, what Ethereum's implementing. You got to literally run the whole node yourself and all this stuff, not just put in a little piece and shares. Now, if other platforms, you know, they start to do like a shared type of thing, this may be good, but we'll see what happens. If they were to do like the smart node type of thing, I think that would be amazing, but this isn't real. This network isn't set up. They would have to really change their network a little bit and possibly the algorithms to get a foolproof node to work. Because if you look at like a smart node with Raptorium, for example, the block reward that we're getting from mining is about 3,500, but the full block reward is like 5,000 or something, because there's like 1,500 or 1,700 or something of that full block reward is moving to the smart nodes. And that's how the smart nodes in Raptorium are getting paid all the time, because every block found, every node on the chain is getting a little payout based on that. And then the miners are getting the majority of the 3,700. So keep that in mind moving forward, that they're going to have to kind of change stuff here where the nodes are going to have to need some. And a lot of people were talking about that too, that potentially Ethereum, if they can't quite get it to work, they may add their nodes in and run a separate proof of work chain alongside it. But if they did do that, the same thing could apply here, where the block reward to miners could probably drop. So they'll probably have it, honestly. If they did do that, I really don't think they're going to do that. But if they did, the block reward for miners will probably drop to 1 ETH, and then the other ETH will probably go to the validators on the network if they do run a split chain until they get the proof of work side or proof of stake side fully implemented. Now, that's just rumors. I really doubt they're going to go that way, but those are some of the changes that Ethereum would have to do, and these are some of the changes that's going to have to happen on Avian as well, because these validating nodes are going to have to apply into something. And also looking into Trezor and Ledger for integration. Now, this is a good one because obviously security is key. So if Trezor and Ledger and all that start using this, then obviously we know our our crypto and our AVN is going to be secure. It's not going to get hacked unless, you give away your seed phrase and everything to your ledger. So good stuff moving there. Moving into the future, AVN, it could go really good and go high, or it could drop and absolutely become nothing at all. Right now, it is like the biggest spec mining there you can do. Raptorium, we're spec mining, hoping it for a game, but right now, and they have active devs, and we think, they might actually do something, and smart contracts and everything are supposed to be sometime this year on Raptorium. But as for AVN, they have no future laid out. They have no plans or nothing to the public at all yet. So it's 100% spec mining. They could go up, they could go down. We have no idea what's going to happen there. Yeah. There's this little thing going on. What's going on in the live chat? What are you guys talking about? Fork of a fork of a fork. Yeah, that's how I always like to talk about it. Literally, it is a fork of a fork of a fork. It's the great grandchild of Bitcoin or the great grandchild of Ravencoin. Because how does it work? The whole chain, it started as Bitcoin. Then it got forked into Ravencoin, which got forked into Ravencoin Classic, which got forked into Ravencoin Lite, which got rebranded as AVN. So there's like 4 forks going in there. So there's like a 25th percentage of Bitcoin inside of AVN, technically, if you think about it. Something like that. I don't know. Do they have an ancestral.com for crypto? That would be insane. I should make that. I think that would be something fun to do. I'm going to make a t-shirt, the ancestral of Bitcoin, and I'm going to have like Bitcoin at the top and then family trees rolling down. So that would be a wicked shirt, don't you think? That'd be awesome. That's an awesome idea. I just don't know how to do it and figure out all these chains that are going across it. Oh man, that'd be awesome. The ancestry. There'd be another one. Imagine the ancestry of Ethereum. Just chain after chain after chain after, like, everything would be in there, including, I don't know. There's so many forks and rug pulls that went across Ethereum as well. So, that thing would be a massive. I don't even think you could make a shirt big enough with all that stuff. Make an NFT, Rabid, and sell it. That'd be a good one. NFTs are super expensive. Like, oh my gosh, I was looking at one the other day, and just to move anything, it was like $300 for nothing, just for network fees. Plus, you have to pay who knows how much. Like, I don't know. NFTs are insane. RTM is looking shiny. RTM's, yeah, it's looking great. Seriously 100% bullish for Raptorium, and like I said, like, unless I can find a nice MSRP Founders Edition cards at a Best Buy drop, I don't plan, or A2000s decently listed. Like, I got them for $700 Canadian when I ordered my 2 last time, which was a decent price, and that's about all I would go. Anything higher than that, I wouldn't even get an A2000. I'm really bullish on CPUs moving forward. I'm looking Raptorium, all these other coins as well. So I really want to get my hands on some Threadrippers, and obviously an Epic would be amazing, but that's not going to happen. Those are way overpriced. Do you think the RTX 3090 Ti is just a paper launch to be back up on top videos, graph, websites, or is an actual product that will be released in decent quantities? Well, NVIDIA is stating that they're going to have an extra 15% increase in shipping, but I think that's only for like their 3050s. So I don't really know what's going on. And I don't know if you guys heard, there's another RTX 3060 Ti coming out. That's probably going to be another Rabid news. So they're making another variant because the RTX 3060 Ti was actually one of the lowest supplied GPUs of the year, allegedly. And they're adding the G104 chip, GA104 or something, which is the chip that came out of the 3070 or 3090. I can't remember, or 3080. Can't really remember. But they're going to be throwing that one into the 3060 Ti. It's going to have the exact same specs and everything. But some reason they're putting in a new chip in a 3060 Ti and re-releasing a version 3 or 4 or whatever the heck they're doing of that card. So I don't know what NVIDIA is really going on here, but they keep releasing all these GPUs. And somehow they got to account the 4000 series, which most likely is not going to release until Ethereum moves to proof of stake because they want people to buy the brand new stuff instead of buying the influx of GPUs that's set to hit. Should I build a CPU miner on a 5950X or an old Epic 7551? Sloth, that would all depend what you plan on mining. Now, I'm assuming it's probably going to be AVN or Raptorium. When building a CPU mining rig today or moving into the future, I would account in to be able to mine as many coins as you possibly can, and that involves the L3 catch. So the Epic 7551, let's look that up right now and see what the specs on that thing are, and we probably get a better idea. EPYC 7551, Epic 7551. Let's just look at specs. Server microprocessor, yada yada yada. Let's adjust my screen so we can see something better. How's that? That's okay, I guess. You guys kind of see, can't really see everything here. Let's see, how about this one? So 7551, 32 cores. So yeah, that's pretty good. 64 threads. That's looking good. 64 megabytes. See, no, this is the kicker right here. See, the L3 cache is 64 megabytes, right? But you're running a 64 thread CPU. So you have the same megabytes here, which is in the 3950X and the 5950X in terms of L3 cache. But if we were to run this on Raptorium right now, let's see here. We would need at least, I did that wrong. 64 times 2. We would need 124 megabytes of L3 cache to fully utilize this CPU on Raptorium. So this may work better for, say, XMR, maybe AVN. Like I said, I think it only uses like 1, maybe 1.5. But we'd only be utilizing 32 threads of, so same amount of cores. We'll only be using half the CPU for mining Raptorium on this. And if you were to actually move this over to, say, what's it called? 32 divided by 4. Let's go to Haven. We'd only be utilizing 8 threads on this thing. Moving forward, 16 threads, I guess it would be 16 threads mining Haven when it's a 64 thread CPU. So I would not buy this thing for mining unless you get it really, really cheap. So I would roll with the 5950X when it comes to mining. You'll just have more performance over this epic CPU. So hopefully that kind of helped. 3950 outdoes 5950X for RTM. Allegedly, yes, the 3950X, it sometimes hashes, depending on the algorithm that it does hit, slightly higher than the 5950X, which is really weird because, you know, the 5000 series is supposed to have less latency and all that. But we'll see what happens. But also moving forward, I do believe like the 6800 and the 7000 series Ryzen that are coming out, they're also doubling their L2 cache. So if you're unsure what that's going to mean, that's also going to be like cutting the latency between the processors and the CPU down by half as well. So if they're doubling the L2 cache, that's increasing the speed by ×2 between latency. So we could probably see better hash rates on XMR, Raptorium, and everything moving forward in the 7000 series. So I don't really know what you should do to buy a rig right now. I would the 3000 series does tend to perform slightly above it, but it's not really anything noticeable. You might get 1 extra coin a day or something, maybe a half a coin. So in 2 days you get a coin. It's hard to say, but moving forward, if you were to save, I think I'm probably going to save as well, just so I can, you know, possibly get 7900 and a 7950X, because I'd like to see how those two perform. Plus you're going to need new motherboards, and DDR5 RAM may come into play as that for those as well. So there's a lot of interesting stuff moving forward, but that's not till like the second half of this year. So do you really want to wait that long? I don't really know. If I was to build the CPU rig today, I'd probably have to go with the 5000 series, because scalpers are literally destroying the 3000 series. I seen one the other day. It was like $1,200 for a 3950X when a 5950X was only like $850 or $900. So yeah, scalpers just hear one thing. Oh, 3000 series, buy them all, sell them at times, you know, 40% markup or something. And, you know, that's it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It gets me frustrated talking about what scalpers are doing. Oh, insane. Also the 5800X 3D, I want to get one of those. Yeah, that's where I first seen, like, they didn't really, like, the leaked numbers. I'm talking about the 7000 series that's supposed to be coming. Is, like I said, leaked numbers. It's just, you know, people kind of speculating about it. But AMD actually announced the 5800X 3D. When I saw those numbers, I was like, oh, they better, you know, start talking about the 59 and 5950X 3D, because I was psyched. Like, they doubled. They had like 90 some megabytes of L3 cache if you account all that 3D cache in it, doesn't it? Because the 3D V cache acts as L3 cache, and it had like 92 or 94 megabytes or something on a 3800X. So I was like, wow, I can't wait to hear what they're throwing on the 39 or the 5900 or 5950X 3D version, because then, you know, it should be up over 100, and we'd very much be able to utilize, you know, full threads on Haven or something. So that's really what I'm pumped to see, is a full 5950X or 5900X fully utilizing all the threads on Haven. I think Haven could become the next most profitable coin to mine. But again, it's too soon to tell. It's all speculation, but I'm really pumped up for these next series of CPUs. Is AM5 backwards compatible with AM4 CPUs? I don't think it's a different. Okay, I can't remember. I read something the other day. I didn't really go into too much detail, but from what I gather, you're gonna need a new motherboard. AM4 or AM5 is gonna use like a different pin layout and whatnot for the CPU. So they won't use those CPUs will not work on AM4s, the AM5s. But the coolers allegedly all still line up. So cooling like the NHD15s and all that, you will not have to change everything. All of that will still fit. But I think the pin layout and everything between AM4 and AM5 are going to be different. So you are going to have to use AM5 for those CPUs. That's kind of how I gathered it. But again, I don't really know for sure. I was thinking that, Dennis, but you also took a look at your power consumption. The Epic 7551 has 180 watt TDP. I'm using an Athlon 3200G that's only 35 watt TDP. Yeah, well, yeah, power consumption also matters. That's another thing, though. The bigger the processor is, in theory, because I was doing another write-up. I saw something on Linus Tech Tips and Hardware Unboxed, and someone else said something too, where, you know, going into like the big CPUs, like the massive Threadrippers, like the 3995 at WX, like the Pros and all that, the bigger they are, the less power per thread they start using. So yes, they're really expensive. Will the power actually, you know, work itself out? Probably not for like 10 years or something, but they are using less power than running the same, you know, like 55950Xs or something versus a single Threadripper. So you are going to be running more efficient, but whether it pays for itself in power price, I don't think so, unless you're spending a lot of money on power. G CPUs from AMD are great for productivity, but the smallish L3 catch makes it anemic for RTM mining. Yeah, I have not tried a G CPU myself. I've seen a few people have, and they didn't really like them when it came to Raptorium mining. But yeah, for when it comes to not needing integrated graphics and stuff, that's very good. And you know, that G series, the graphics on those G series are pretty good. So a cheap, very, very cheap budget gaming build, you could literally play a lot of the games out there actually using just the CPU and its G integrated graphics, then, you know, waiting to saving a lot of money and get that GPU. So you could get away with playing games without a GPU until you at least, you know, enable to find yourself a GPU. So, you know, it does have a plus side on that department as well. But again, that's, you know, it's gamer. Who games around here? I used to game. Now I just mine because I bang my head on the wall every time I got to turn it off to play a game. Like, no, the mega hash, the kilo hash, the whatever I'm hashing on at the time. It needs to go back on. AM5 will be using LGA socket, which means the pins on the motherboard, not the CPU. Oh, there you go. Chancoin answered it out. So there you go. The pins are on the mother. Oh, yeah, just like Intel. Intel. Is that what they're doing? Okay, I missed that part. Okay, so the pins are on the motherboard, not on the CPU. Interesting. Okay, right on. So make sure you don't bend them motherboard pins. Oh, that'd be bad. Hash addiction. Yeah, 100%. For sure. What do we got here for viewers and stuff, guys? 143 viewers, 85 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. New to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Depending what you're watching on. Hit that follow button. Hit that heart button. You know, hit all those buttons. We need some buttons hit. Buttons. Push them. Oh, do you have any other questions out there, guys? What's going on? Yes, pins on the motherboard. Red putts. Rabid Moon. Yeah, Rabid Moon coin released tonight. I'm just kidding. I didn't look into it whatsoever. That was a joke. Not happening. Button mashing. Well, don't wreck your keyboard. Hey, Bits, what's going on? What's happening? Same here. LOL. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look. I'm curious, actually, now. Let's take a look at Kijiji. If you're unfamiliar with Kijiji, that is our local buy and sell that we use here in Canada. So I'm going to look up mining rigs. Let's see what's going on for mining rigs for sale. Mining rigs and computer accessories. Can you guys see this? Let's see. Ah, it's kind of not right. All right, let's try that one. All right, let's look at some mining rigs, guys. Oh, we got a Vetaframe here. Frames and fans. $200 a piece. No thanks. January 11th, updated. Brand new mining rig. $1,250. Remember, these are all in Canadian prices. What's he got in there? 4 gigabyte of RAM, SD 1250, Z490 with i3 processor. What are the GPUs? Veta mining frame. Oh, it doesn't even have any. What? Is there no GPUs with that thing? All right, moving on. 8 cards, RTX 3070 server case mining. 495 mega hash is currently mining. $1,400 a month, it says. They only want, this is a steal at $14,500. Yeah, no thanks. Moving on. 370 mega hash mining rig, Ethereum and ETC, 11,800. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ethereum mining rig, 5,700 XTs. Mining rig, 6 of them for 9,000. 6, yeah, no. Oh, but look at, there's a lot of rigs for sale though. Look at all this. 420 mega hash, almost 14,000. Brand new Ryzen 9, 32 gigabyte custom 12 core gaming PC, 1200. Oh, custom 12 core. Hey, that's a 3900X, 1200. What's it all got? CPU mining, Raptorium, anybody? 1,200 bucks. What do you got for a cooler power supply? You know, this may put, no, wait, that's a 3900X. Never mind, it's overpriced. For some reason, I was thinking 3950. Oh, look at that. Here we got the B250 mining expert, $450. Oh my gosh, that's insane. 250 mega hash, $6,500. No, thank you. 5700 XT, $1,200. No, thank you. That's times 2. That's double of what you bought the Sapphires at, which is top of the line. The Sapphire Nitros were like $600 brand new. And here that is for $1,200 for a gigabyte or whatever that one is. Eth mining rig, 195 mega hash, $5,900. 8 to 10 GPU mining rig with auxiliary fans, $200. No GPUs, obviously. Mining rig consultant, BTC, blah, blah, blah. 1660, $550. Oh my gosh. Mining rig, RX 570, 4 gigabyte rig, 183 mega hash on Ethereum Classic, $3,500. Really? That's insane. That's insane right now. Let's look back. 2 years ago in the summer, 183 mega hash, that was mining like half an Ethereum per month. Can you picture that? Imagine RX 570s. So that's about 6 of them or something. 4 gigabyte GPUs. 183 mega hash mining half an Ethereum per month. You're not even getting a half Ethereum per month right now with 1 gigahash. 1 gigahash now is literally this rig right here making the same amount. Like, oh, that's insane. It's crazy how the difficulty and everything, how it changes. It slowly builds up, slowly builds up. You know, you keep getting GPUs, you keep getting them. Everyone else keeps on trying to get them. And, you know, that difficulty adds up. And eventually you don't really realize how bad it is until you're too deep in the water of realizing, wow, insane what's going on right now. What website was this? Oh, that was a Kijiji. That was Kijiji. That is the Canadian buy and sell. So I was looking through all of Canada. Usually I just check out Alberta or something, but I just went on Canada. There's pages and pages of mining rigs for sale on it, but they're just extremely expensive. So if you're saying no to all those, what would you say is what a nobody like me to do? Honestly, like at the beginning of the stream, if you're new here, buying a GPU mining rig right now or a GPU in general for mining, I don't think you probably should. I'm saying buying rigs for mining right now, don't do it. Their hardware is extremely overpriced. Ethereum is moving there. I don't think you can even ROI a card anymore. You know what? That's another thing I wanted to look at earlier in the stream. What time is it? Oh, we've been here for a while, but you know what? We got to check this out. This is another thing I was curious about. Can you even ROI a GPU? If in the current time frame, is Ethereum going to move or not? Let's find out. So let's just take a single RTX 3080. We're going to calculate that. Obviously, Ethereum. So it's making $3.97 after power. Now, depending if you use your crypto or not, we can base it off this number here. A lot of people don't use their crypto to pay power. So we're going to say, $4.52. Now, I'm from Canada. So I'm going to have to go $4.52 USD to Canadian. So that's $5.68 Canadian right now that I'd be making. So if I go to Best Buy, it's about $1,050 to buy one at MSRP. So I'm looking best case scenario across the board right now. So I'm going, actually it's 1,049 times GST, 1.05. I'm just on my calculator on my phone here. So $1,101 to buy an RTX 3080 Founders Edition right now. I'm going to have to divide that by, how much did I say it was going to be? $5.68. That's what it comes up to. Look, I'll show you my number. See, 568 is 452 USD to Canadian. Now, this is before power. So 568. I'm going to have to divide this by 5.68. That is 193 days to ROI at the current profitability. That's if there's no crash happening across crypto moving forward. 193 days. When is, what are we at? We're at January right now. January, February, March, April, May, June. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. So 150 days until, there's 150 days until Ethereum could move to transition over. So we are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 43 days short of that mark. Now keep in mind, now if profitability drops to 20 cents a day or something across these other coins, the last 50 days, how much you're going to have left to pay on this card, even if it's like, $100, $50, whatever. You have to do the math to figure all that aspect out. When I actually make the video on this whole topic, I will have these numbers. But, we still have 50 days left to pay this thing off at current profitability without any prices going down anymore or any hash rate and difficulties going up. So perfect scenario. 150 days left to mine Ethereum, 193 days to RMA or to ROI MSRP RTX 3080 Founders Edition, which is the cheapest non-LHR card you can get today. We're not going to ROI it before Ethereum moves over. And then you're probably going to have to add literally another year on top of that, maybe a year and a half. So, we can look at ROIs of any GPU right now of looking around the 2-year mark. We're not going to be ROIing anything this year, but CPU mining is still looking very profitable. Anyway, moving forward. That's just some quick numbers there. Oh no. Stingy, the 50 knock. You know the answer to this already. It's Friday. I'll try to get some tonight for tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll get some Canadian chocolate. I'm going to go get a chocolate bar or something tomorrow for you. I promise. I'll get you a chocolate bar. I'm so sorry, man. Be here tomorrow. I'm going to get you a chocolate today. Someone in Discord messaged me to get chocolate for tomorrow's stream. I know you base everything on ROA, which does make sense, which is the way things are now. I've never been able to buy a GPU in a few years. Hi, love your videos. I have a question. Maybe you could help me answer. I have two 5950Xs running on Hive OS, mining on Monero Ocean. I set them up and overclock according to your videos. Thanks. Okay, wait. What's the question? In Hive OS, on each 5950, it reports around 2.5 kilohash. Well, in Monero Ocean, it reports around 22 kilohash. Is that normal? Should it be expected? Okay, yeah. A lot of people, that's a good question, actually. I thought I'd mentioned that in that video, but maybe I didn't. Obviously, I didn't. But what's going on when you are mining with Monero Ocean is it's paying you out in XMR. So no matter what coin it's swapped to, so if it's Haven or it's mining XMR or it's mining Raptorium, it's converting the hash rate that you're using to mine that algorithm currently. So like let's say XMR, you're mining, 3900X is doing about 13,700 hashes efficiently or 15,300 when you're overclocking it quite a bit, which isn't really worth it. But anyway, so say you're mining 15,000 hashes on XMR. Obviously, Monero Ocean is going to base it on 15,000 hashes. Now, when you swap over to like Raptorium or something, or the pool swaps you over to Raptorium or Haven, you're only going to be mining like say 1,300 hashes if on Haven, or you're going to be mining average 3.2, 4 kilohash or something there. But it's converting that hash rate that you're mining on Ravencoin and how much you're making on Raptorium to how much you would be making at the hash rate level of XMR. So that's when you're seeing like 22,000 hashes. Because you're mining Raptorium, it's converting it to an XMR payment of like 22,000 hashes worth of XMR. So seeing those high numbers there is normal because it's just converting the hash rate of whatever you are mining to an XMR hash rate and paying you out in that XMR hash rate. So yes, that is 100% normal seeing those big differences between the different coins and Monero Ocean's dashboard. 100% load on CPU affects GPU's efficiency. Allegedly, I still got to throw some GPUs. I do have one GPU mining Ergo in one of my 3900X rigs, and I don't notice any hash rate drops or anything, but I think some people have saying once you start adding maybe 6-7 GPUs into there, maybe you're using like one of those x4 USB extenders to add more GPUs, then you are going to be start to steal more PCI Express lanes and whatnot, and you may have to drop some threads on your CPU to cater for all those other GPUs being used. Or, like you said, it's dropping the efficiency of your GPUs. So that may be another option to do. You might have to drop a thread because of that happening. So far myself, based on a couple cards that I have been mining with, I haven't noticed a difference. But if you hit a certain level, then you may have to start limiting that CPU a little bit. Stingy, search Fudweiser on YouTube. I'll make a video full of chips and chocolate. Oh, Fudweiser. So I was thinking of buying a 6600 XT. I would get a good card, 1660, 3060. Which would you suggest? I'm not really sure. The 6600 XT, obviously extremely efficient. The A2000, extremely efficient. Now, the A2000 won't have the resale value of a gamer style type of card, but if you plan on mining long term and whatnot and never selling like your GPU or anything, then you will probably get a good use out of it, and it may be a better option for you. But I was doing some tests the other day, and I didn't finish it because I want to do a video. Obviously, you guys noticed I didn't drop a video this morning because yesterday I was about to do a video. I was testing a 3060. Then all of a sudden I had toothache and all this good stuff, and this week has been kind of slow. It's been off and on, so I wasn't really able to talk too well. Even today it's kind of hurting during the stream, but we're pushing through it. But yeah, that's why you didn't see as many videos as usual. But I did notice on the 3060, I was testing it out, and it's using a lot of power. I'm almost thinking about taking my LHR cards off of Ethereum. Now hear me out. Like, I didn't realize this. I never tested my LHR cards with the LHR unlockers anymore, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do some LHR locking, figure out what the best LHR lock is. I know there's other ones out there, but again, Rabid didn't do it yet, so Rabid is going to do it. And you guys are going to want to watch it, right? Of course you are. It's Rabid. Anyway, moving forward, I was using a lot of power, even though in the software I was only using 104 to 105 watts on the RTX 3080. Based on everyone's settings out there, of like 1552 with a 3600, 1552 absolute core clock, and what was it? 3600 on the memory or something like that for the RTX 3060 version 2. And again, software 105 to 106 watts. So you're thinking, oh, I'm not using that much. And at the wall, I was around 140 watts or something. System uses 20, so I was down to about 120, 122 watts or something. But I was like, this 3060 is not as efficient as I originally thought. And I don't even really want to know what my 3060. I have two LHR cards. One's a 3060, one's a 3060 Ti LHR. Those are the only two cards I have for LHR, and I wanted to test them out to see how, what's the best miner to use and what kind of hash rate we could get. Then I started looking at the watt meter, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is probably not a good idea. So I do plan on doing those tests. Maybe I can tweak it a little bit better. Maybe trying to hit 36, 37 mega hash on a 3060 is probably not a good idea in an efficiency standpoint. And you may be better off utilizing Ergo or utilizing, Flux or something on those GPUs instead of Ethereum mining. Again, I don't know yet. I'm going to have to do those tests, and I'll bring that information forward for you guys. But I threw that on there for a couple minutes yesterday. I saw the watt meter, and I was like, okay, this is not what I was expecting. This is not what, it's not looking very good anyway. GPU risers usually don't kill a card. It's the person holding the GPU that does something to kill the card. That's a very good point. The risers don't usually kill a card. You got to make sure they're tight, make sure they're locked, make sure there's weight on the card underneath the riser so the card is sitting on a little better. If you have a cockeyed or anything, you don't want anything coming loose. There is literally power, even though you wouldn't think it. Red Panda had some wrecked pictures on his live streams. I think it was about 6 months ago now, but PCI Express ×1. Now, if you're unfamiliar, the A2000s, they don't even require a 6-pin. The PCI Express slots themselves, they're rated for 75 watts. So someone actually melted their single ×1 PCI Express slot moving into the motherboard because it was loose or something, and it caused it to short, and it melted the cable all the way up to the GPU itself in the riser. So keep that in mind. There's still enough power in those risers. If you don't have a nice closed connection, if you notice your GPU starting to get wobbly or something, you should always check it. Then you may have to change out your risers. Risers are one of the most common things to fail on a rig. So usually if you're having issues, change that out. Make sure you check it all the time, every couple of weeks, a month. And, maybe not that often, but, keep it in the back of your mind. Check your risers to make sure that connection is still tight. You can short out and melt your GPUs and stuff because of it. So just, a little bit of preventative maintenance happening. Where's a good place besides eBay to buy an A2000 in Canada? RC man, I actually got Lenovo. Lenovo is where I got mine. They're all out of stock. I'll show you. I'll show you my link. Lenovo, where are you at? Is this you guys? Yeah, that's you. Lenovo. I can never pronounce it. You guys let me know before how it was. But A2000. Let's see. Bam. Click. So this place right here. It's temporarily unavailable right now, but this is where I got it myself. Web read, change it. See, here it is. You know what? Let's change it to this one. Yeah, temporarily unavailable. I'll send you this link though. I'll put this link in the live chat. This is for Canada. Copy. All you Canadians out there. This is where you find the A2000 GPUs if you want to keep an eye on it. Who knows when they'll ever get. It's temporarily unavailable. Whether they're even going to get them back in anymore, I have no idea. But that's where I got mine, and that's about it. I don't really trust eBay or any of these other type of places. I know they have buyer-seller protection, but you got to be really careful buying on all these other platforms. Okay. Canceled my A2000 orders. They did send me other stuff. Came from China. I probably would have better off with a verified Alibaba seller. Oh, really? Boxman? Oh, no. That's no good. Horrible. Chancoin, are you still there? Did you get yours? I know you ordered a bunch. You actually ordered yours before I ordered mine. So I'm curious if you got yours in. Let me know if you're still here. They also don't make sense price-wise here in the EU. Yeah, depending where you live too. Like, you can say one thing here, go to a different country or part of the world, and like prices are totally different. Same thing for like CL14 RAMs, CL16 RAMs. CL14 could be 3 times the price of CL16. It's not worth the price to upgrade to some CL14 RAM if it's like that much. So like they still perform relatively close for CPU mining. Order placed December 10th. Prayers canceled 3 days ago. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I can't remember the date I ordered mine now though. Alabama minimum order is 10. Be careful on the fees as they split your order in 2 batches. Yeah, that's crazy too. You got an import fees, and that's why Alibaba, I don't like ordering from a lot of these places, especially cross country, because it just adds and adds and adds to more costs of hardware. It's just insane. All these import fees and shipping fees, things are very expensive to move around right now. Oh, Sloth, you get a discount from Lenovo. I don't know. But yeah, that's nice. That's a bonus. Sweet. ITT hack, same with the discount. Oh, you guys all get these discounts. Well, I wish I had a discount at the time. Maybe that's why they sent them to me, because I didn't have a discount. Like, oh, this guy paid full price. Let's send him his. These guys that paid discounts, we can refund. Maybe that's what happened. Why would MO be better than mining RTM directive? MO just only uses RTM. Well, in that case, you could be better off mining Raptorium directly instead of Monero Ocean. But what happens is Monero Ocean, it benchmarks your CPU. And then based on the benchmarking that you got, it also calculates network hash rates and difficulties and price of the coins. And it kind of picks. So like Raptorium, it could mine Raptorium for 3 days in a row because it's the most profitable. But if you do it on a weekly or a monthly basis, Raptorium hash rate may peak one day, or the price could drop one day. So it'll swap you over to like Haven or something that may have less difficulty, or, may have a higher price at the time, and convert that over to XMR. So it maybe over a month, you could see potential higher gains than mining Raptorium directly because something happened somewhere along the Raptorium network. But if you're just going day by day gains, or every 3 days or something, you may be better off mining Raptorium directly. But if you look more long term of profit switching, trying to maximize them gains over a month or a year or something, that's where Monero Ocean will kind of probably stand out, and you could end up with more than mining directly. Does that kind of make sense for you? Like MO is saying, RTM 98% of the time. So see, there's 2% where it found something else that was more profitable. And another thing, because their pool is everywhere, your PPLNS logs, once it switches to a pool, like say it goes from Raptorium to Haven, it's not rebuilding your log again either. It's actually, it's because it's built to their main server. Your PPLNS logs, once it's built up, it'll stay. It'll keep server hopping within all the Monero Ocean servers, but your PPLNS log will stay built up because those are all part of the same ecosystem, I guess. So that's another thing too. And also you're getting the 0% miner fees in there. You're also getting the 0% pool fees. So you're also, that's 2% less in fees compared to mining Raptorium directly as well. The conversion fees, I'm not 100% sure how much they are. It's what, I guess it's whatever the fees that, I can't remember if they use CoinGecko or TradeOgre. I think they use CoinGecko to do all their conversions. But so whatever CoinGecko, I guess, charges in the background is what Monero Ocean fees are technically. And then it depends what you take your payment option off. So obviously the higher the payout you set your payment from Monero Ocean is, the lower and lower those fees are going to be. You're making your days of mining to pay off much longer than it needs to be. The question is what to mine. If we knew what coins would moon, we'd mine them now. That's very true. That's a very great statement. We have no idea what could happen. Like, who would have thought before Dogecoin, when it did what it did, before Elon Musk, started pumping it and all this stuff, would you guys have known Dogecoin would have done that? No. No one knows what coin's going to do what. We're just getting a little bit of bag of all these individual coins, and we're hoping for something to moon in the future. It could happen. It might not happen. We have no idea, but you know what? That's just the fun of it. I've seen several YouTubers game on A2000s. You can always look them up. I don't own one. Sorry. No, maybe I should try it. I should check out the gaming performance on the A2000. Slap that into my gaming machine here and see if we can play with it. That would be a good test. Jay Basha, what's going on? Good afternoon to you as well. Oh. All right, what do we got? Oh, I can't see my likes now. It went over the limit. It went over. Guys, depending what you're watching on, subscribe button, follow button, thumbs up button, heart button, whatever all that stuff is in front of you, be sure to hit those buttons, please. Much, much appreciated. 100%. How much AVN can you mine a day with 1224 Ryzens? Do you mean the 12-core 24-thread Ryzen, so a 3900X, I believe you're referring to? 106 lights? Oh, okay, thanks. What? 6? Oh, so a 3900X is what I think. So I don't know. Let's just take a look. I'm currently testing AVN right now. Where is my R plant? Right here. These are my past couple payments here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me adjust my screen. Nope. That one. Nope. That one. Still can't see it. Full screen. Oh, you still can't see it. Great. I might have to do this. Can't do that either. It's not working. All right. So I just got to announce it to you guys. So it looks like, well, this is all my rigs with my workstation. So this is 8 3900Xs. 2 3950Xs and my 5950X workstation, which is mining part-time. So it looks like I'm at about 7,700 AVN one day, 7,778 another, 8,700 the other day, and this morning I was actually at 9,869. So I don't know if there's a difficulty drop just happened on the network or something, but I went up like 1,000 coins the past 2 days on the AVN network. So I'm going to see what's going on here, actually. That's a good thing to check out. AVN hash rate. What's going on with you guys? What's going on with the AVN hash rate? I got too many screens opened up here. What do I want? AVN, XRT, no. Minotaur. Oh, where's Minotaur? AVN, X16, AV. There you are. Found you. Finally. Okay. Hash rate. Oh. 7-day history, 81 gigahash. Oh, they're showing that I don't like this. They have the GPU side in with it, I think. But it looks like it is going down there anyway. Judging by the top here, guys can't really see that one either. Can't really see that one either. Can't see that one at all. All right, this is the closest one you can see. No, you can't. All right, forget it. But starting, it looks like on January 11th, the hash rate it took a little peak on the 12th. But it is going down. Looks like the network hash rate is currently sitting at 84 mega hash or something. 87 mega hash. Yeah, we're definitely losing hash rate on Avian, so the difficulty is coming down. Okay. Difficulty charts right here. Oh, you guys can't see it. I wish I could show you. Let me see if this will move stuff. Nope. Nope. Oh, this one might move it for you. Nope. Okay, I can't show you, but yeah. Oh my gosh, why won't it work? How can I show you guys? How can I show you? Maybe this will work. Minus, 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 minus. Nope. Plus, 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 plus. Kind of see it there. Oh, you still can't see it. Oh, I'm failing at this miserably. All right, anyway, close that out. So it looks like the hash rate on AVN is dropping. I don't know what's going on here. I can't get in my screen. I don't have the right screen size set up to this for this situation time. Sorry about that. But yeah, AVN hash rate looks like it's coming down. So I don't know if a bunch of rigs went online or a whole bunch of CPUs went to a different coin or what, but we dropped a bunch of hash rate on AVN, which is bringing up those coins, which I thought was interesting because I noticed I'm getting a couple extra 1,000 coins per day based on the previous day, the past 2 days on this AVN test. And so there you are, guys. If you guys want to mine AVN, I guess now would be the time to do it with your CPUs because the hash rate is dropping. There we go. Profitability down, hash rate up. Yeah, profitability down, hash rate up. So, you know, if you're spec mining AVN, you're probably laughing right now because you are getting more coins than, you know, you previously would be. Have you looked into Caspa? I have not looked into any Caspa. It looks like RTM dropped 2. I have more mined a day for the last days. Oh, really? Let's take a look. Oh, I gotta add another screen into my stream deck here for this type of situations. All right, let's look at Raptorium anyway, and I'll kind of tell you guys what's going on with it. Raptorium, mining pools, Ghost Rider, hash rate. Oh, now it's all like massive weird sizes. It's 229, 205. It's Raptorium hash rate is down a little bit, but not that much. But hey, guys, guess what? It's not breaking news or anything, but Flock Pool is sitting at 69.3% of the hash rate. So it's not 78, 80%. We're at least down to 69, but we're going to have to see, you know, it's still above 50%. That's just a bad number. Bad number. There you guys can see it through this screen now. Yeah, but yeah, the hash rate it's coming down a little bit, not much. It looks like, well, the network hash rate is saying 205. It's really hard to check depending on the algo it's hitting, but yeah, profitability, you know, obviously things are going down. What is the Raptorium price currently? Raptorium. No, I don't want that. I want Raptorium price. Raptorium price. Currently sitting around, well, it's 2 cents. The price is up a little bit. What's AVN price? AVN price. AVN, boom. So what did I just say I was got? You know, let's see what my today's profit, last 24-hour profitability was on AVN, our plant. 9869. So 9869 is 9869. $8.54 is what I currently made on AVN the last 24 hours. Obviously, the price is way down. It's saying we're up a little bit from what it was, but yeah, $8.54, not bad. What if this hit $1? You know, that'd be insane. It won't. We never know. Mine Raptorium. Let's see what Mine Raptorium is guessing we should have made. So 1, 2, 8 right here. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So we should 1081. So obviously AVN, we're losing a little bit of money, but yeah, look at that. 532. I haven't seen above 500 coins for a while. I think it's been 420, 440 for my rig. So yeah, Raptorium difficulty looks like it's down 532 coins per day estimation. Now remember, these estimations are also based on like higher overclocks than what I use, because I think using whatever these estimated benchmarking numbers are is a waste of power. But that's just me. You know, other people may tend to differ. Okay, guys. Well, we've been here for a little while, so I do believe we probably should wrap this thing up. So I just appreciate everyone for showing up for today's live stream. We'll be back tomorrow. I will try to find a chocolate bar for our good friend Stingy over there. Like your videos, what exchanges are you using to withdraw fiat to Canada? I use crypto.com myself, and their crypto Visa card is, I find it the easiest way to use in Canada. But yeah, much appreciated. Thank you everyone for showing up. I will see you guys tomorrow. Rabid.